There's a question about closing costs that you should expect when you buy a property in Italy. Now, these are going to vary property to property and also vary person to person, depending on a number of things. But there are 4 different parts to the closing costs that you should expect. The first is going to be your notary fee, and that's the cost that the notary does all of those background checks for you. They make sure there's no other owners on the property, there's no tax liens, there's no any of that. The next one is going to be the taxes on the property at closing. Now, this will vary. It's a percent of the cadastral value of the home, but it will vary depending on whether you're going to be a resident or you're not going to be a resident. So if you're going to be a resident, you're going to pay 2% property taxes on the cadastral value. So again, cadastral is like the assessed value. So you'll pay 2% if you're going to be a resident. If you're going to be a non-resident, you'll pay 9%. So you'll see it's much higher. The next cost that you're going to have, and you may or may not have this depending on where you're a citizen. If you are a non-Italian citizen, you may also have a translation fee. They must translate the deed into the language of your citizenship. So for myself, I had to pay a translator to make sure that it was in English and in Italian. My neighbor, she's Swedish as an example, so they had to make sure that it was in Swedish and Italian. Even though she's English speaking as well, it really depends on your citizenship. And the cost of a translator could be anywhere from $500 to $1,000. And then the last cost is, of course, for your real estate agent. Now, typically, the real estate agent is a percentage of the purchase price. So anywhere from 2 to 3%. Now, I will say, because this was in my case, if the property's under a certain value, the agent may just charge a flat fee. So as an example, in my case, my house was under 40,000, so I had a flat 1,500 euro fee. So again, 4 different parts listed here. It really varies from house to house. So all of these fees, they're going to vary. It's going to depend on what agent you use, what notary you use, whether you're going to be a resident or not, and what your citizenship is. So hope that provides a little bit of clarity. For this information and more information about buying a house, I did put together a guide. It is in my Linktree. It's about 40 pages of everything you need to know about buying a home in Italy. And if you're interested, please do check it out.